Write 0.3 as a fraction, 3 over 10. Work out 3 squared. Well, 3 squared means 3 multiplied by itself, and 3 times 3 gives us 9. Work out 20 divided by, in brackets, 3 plus 2. Applying our laws of BIDMAS or BODMAS, we do our brackets first. 3 add 2 gives us 5, and 20 divided by 5 gives us 4. Write down a factor of 60 that is between 8 and 14. A factor is a number that divides into a number and does not give remainder. You could have either 10 or 12. Simplify 3 times w times 5 times t. Start by multiplying numbers. 3 times 5 gives us 15. As we're multiplying letters and they're different, they just go next to each other in alphabetical order. So 15tw. Faye is planning a trip to a theme park for 1 adult and 2 children. Here are the costs of the trip. The petrol costs £23, so we're going to pay that once. So I'm going to write down 23. The ticket to the theme park is £33 for each adult, and we know there's only 1 adult going. So therefore I'm going to write down 33 just once. I know it's £24.50 for each child, and there's 2 children going. So therefore I'm going to do 2 multiplied by £24.50. And that will give us £49. So I can write £49. I know the meals is £15 for each adult, and there's 1 adult going. So I'm going to add on 15 once. I know the meals for the children is £10 for each child, and there's 2 children going. So therefore, for 2 children, I'm going to have 2 times 10, which gives us 20. So I'm going to add on 20. Always starting on the right, our units are ones column. We know 3 add 3 is 6, 6 add 9 is 15, 15 add 5 is 20. So I'm going to do 0 down and carry the 2. Adding our tens column, 2 add 3 is 5, 5 add 4 is 9, 9 add 1 is 10, add 2 is 12, add 2 that I carried gives us 40. So the total cost is 140. She has £200 to spend. She pays all the costs. How much does she have left? So therefore it's going to be £200. Subtract the total cost, which in this case is 140. And therefore that leaves her with £60 left. Write down the mode. Well, mode is the most. The most occurring, in this case, letter A. One of the 8 letters is going to be picked at random. On the probability scale, mark it across that the probability that this letter will be B. The way probability works is the number of successes on the top. So how many letters have B on it? In this case, 2. So it'd be 2 out of the number of possible outcomes. We know there was 8 letters. So 2 over 8. As I can see, I'm dividing into 8 sections. Therefore, 2 over 8, 1, 2, I can put across here. Find the probability that this letter will be C. Well, again, number of successes. There's only 1 letter that has C on it. So it's going to be 1 over, there's 8 different letters. So 1 over 8. Solve m minus 3 equals to 4. Well, solve means to work out the varied letter. As I want to get m by itself, my first step is to move the negative 3 across the other side to the right. If it goes over an equal sign, it changes sign. So the opposite of minus 3 is to add 3. Therefore, 4 add 3, m is equal to 7. Part B, solve 3n plus n equals 24. Again, solve means to work out the varied letter. My first step is to collect like terms. I know 3n add single n will simplify to give us 4n. So 4n equals 24. I don't want 4n, I want to find the value of n. A number in front of a letter means to multiply. The opposite of multiply by 4 is to divide both sides by 4. 4 over 4 will cancel, leaves with n. And 24 divided by 4 gives us 6. Find the value of y. Well, we know angles around a point add up to 360 degrees. Hence, to work out y, I'm just going to do 360 subtract 70, which will give us 290. Give a reason for your answer. Well, we know angles around a point always add up to 360 degrees. A shop sells jars of coffee. Each jar of coffee costs £4. Michael has £23. Work out the greatest number of jars of coffee that Michael can buy. As each jar of coffee costs £4, listing out our 4 times table, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. The next one will be 24, which he hasn't got enough for. So therefore he can buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jars of coffee. In a sale on Wednesday, jars of coffee are sold at half price. As the original cost was £4, therefore half price, each jar of coffee now costs £2. Michael thinks that he can now buy exactly twice the number of jars of coffee for £23. Is Michael correct? Well, how many 2's divide into 23? We know it goes in 11 times, as 11 times 2 would give us 22. So therefore no, as he can now buy 11 jars. Triangle B is an enlargement of triangle A. Write down the scale factor. To find the scale factor, we divide two corresponding sides. I'm going to take the two tops. As the new shape is B, the top here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares. Whereas the old top, in this case shape of A, the top was 1, 2, 3. So 6 divided by 3 will give us 2. So the scale factor is 2. On the grid, mark it across the centre of enlargement. To find the centre of enlargement, all we have to do is match up corresponding vertices. So the top left of shape A and B, getting our ruler, join them up and draw a line right the way through the diagram. Do exactly the same for the top right, match up the two top right vertices of shape A and shape B, get a ruler and draw a line right the way through the diagram. Finally, match up the two bases of triangle A and triangle B and draw a line right the way through the diagram. And where all three lines cross, that's our centre of enlargement. Parallelogram D is a reflection of parallelogram C. On the grid, draw the mirror line. We can see the mirror line is our diagonal. Write down the equation of this mirror line. We're looking at our mirror line. It passed through 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, etc. Hence, that line is what we call y equals x, or x equals y.